What's going on, everybody? It's your man Lyndon Britt from successwithlyndon.com, also the founder of Home Run Marketing, where we cover all bases of your business. And today on Tips at 2 with Lyndon, we're going to be covering a nice little topic of M&M today. M&M. All right, and so while Face was actually building my audience, I'm going to give you a little description of what M&M is about. All right, no, we're not talking about the hard-covered chocolate candies and stuff like that everybody loves with all the peanuts and the peanut butter and the crisps and all that, even though they're some of my favorites. That's not what we're going to be talking about. Today, we're going to break this thing called M&M down, and we're going to refer to this as mental malnutrition. All right, mental malnutrition. Okay, so in your own words, what do you believe mental malnutrition is? All right, so think about that as I greet a couple of people as they're coming in. I just want you all to know tonight, matter of fact, tonight, a great webinar is happening. You're going to get to see some top six-figure earners. Plus, we've got a contest going on, and people want to figure out, how did a lot of these people become top affiliates in their company? How did they actually get results from what they were doing in their business? Okay, in their business. And we're not saying come join our, in their business, and they're going to be exposing some of the tips. And several of these people are part of different companies, but they're going to be on one webinar sharing tips and strategies on exactly how they did it. So if you'd like to attend that thing, make sure you let me know. I'll be sure to send you over the link to that thing. I think it's some successwithlyndon.com/free training, I believe it is tonight. So if you like to attend that, go ahead and register. Get registered for that. Get registered for it early. Hope you get there like 5 or 10 minutes early. You get the opportunity to be able to meet and interact with a lot of marketers from all over the world. And you can get some questions answered. And you can also get some solutions to whatever you're trying to do. All right, so just wanted to toss it out there early. As we get ready to go, let me know where you're viewing from. I myself is here from Dallas, Texas, feeling great. I'm feeling a little bit better. Been under the weather for like the past week, and things are coming back too. So I appreciate you hopping on. If you're watching this thing live, let me know where you're viewing from. If you're watching the recording, let me know where you're viewing from. I'd love to be able to interact and just tell you thank you for hopping on personally a little bit later on. All right, so we're going to get right into the content. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. I'm not going to go into too much depth. I was introduced to marketing several years ago. Chased the dollar sign, started working early at the age of 16. Actually was working 3 or 4 jobs by the time I was 21 years old, until I fell asleep behind the wheel of a car. Wrecked a brand new car. Well, not a brand new car. It's a car that I just got through getting customized a month and 2 days before. brand new body kit, carbon fiber hood, brand new Lexani slate rims on it, everything. All of it gone a month and 2 days after getting it, because I was trying to chase a dollar bill. I was smart enough not to have insurance too, so I had to start all over. I was introduced to network marketing shortly after that, once I got back on my feet. Loved the concept of being my own business owner. And I didn't see success with the same company for over 2 years, depending on what you consider success. I averaged less than $200 over the 2-year period I was with them, and so I was blaming it on the company. Until one day I figured out it's not the company, it was me, and I was introduced to what we call attraction marketing, which has helped me grow my business and me in a person, which is some of the things I love to be able to share with you all on these lives. So today, one of the things that I've learned, Mr. Eric said he's from downtown Huntsville, Alabama. What's going on, J. Dutt? Dud's down the street, man. Here again. You from right here? Okay, very net. All right, so, but we're going to get right into the content. Appreciate you all hopping in here. We're going to talk a little bit about M&M, mental malnutrition. Okay, so in your own words, what do you believe mental malnutrition is? All right, so of course we're dealing with the brain when we talk about mental malnutrition. When you think of the word malnutrition, you think, okay, not getting enough of, whether it be nutrients, vitamins, whatever else. But if we're talking about your mental malnutrition, of course, we're digging deep into your thoughts and your mind and all that kind of stuff, the education or the positive input that you put within. Okay, so a lot of people lack mental. They lack that mental stimulation that you should be getting each and every day. Okay, it's just like working out. It's just like doing things to be able to get a positive result with a physical sense of your body. Your mind is the same thing. They always tell you it's 2 of the strongest muscles in your body. One is your brain, the other is your heart. If you don't work either one of them out, what happens? You begin to think. I want you to start thinking on this one, okay? Start thinking. Give me some feedback on what y'all think. If you're agreeing with this, if you're already getting value, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Give me them likes, some shares, all that kind of stuff. You know me, I only ask for you to share this thing out if you're getting value or if you've gotten value from it. So if this is your first time hopping on here, don't hit that share button unless you get some value from this. All right? And I appreciate it. I just want you to be completely honest. All right? And then let me know why didn't you get value. You can message me that here or wherever else. But anyways, a lot of people lack that mental stimulation each and every day. Okay, they don't take the time. It's just like a person that don't take the time to work out, and all of a sudden you say, you know what, I'm going to start working out, and it's more difficult than you think. It's very difficult to begin working out than it is to keep working out when you've done it. Same thing goes with, I guess you say, educating yourself. A lot of times when you don't take the time to educate yourself or do something, whether it be reading a book, taking a course, if you listening to a positive podcast, positive music, relaxing, meditating, bringing yourself down from all the stress that around. Meditation works, y'all. I'm telling you right now. When you take the time to just stop. And a lot of people, it's hard to focus. And this is just a side note. It's hard to focus and meditate when you don't have something closing you off. So one thing that I found that was very great, I am a free member of Spotify. I go to a yoga class. The yoga, I type in yoga and I type in that yoga music and I plug it into my ears. It helps you relax when you hear those outdoor tunes and stuff like that. It begins to help you kind of draw in and focus and just clear your mind. You stop thinking about all the objective is not to think about all the stresses and everything else that goes on. But that's a mental stimulation to be able to get you away from everything else to kind of bring yourself back into one. Just a tip. Okay, just throwing it out there. So, but that mental stimulation, if you're not doing it on a daily basis, it's just like working out. Guess what happened? Like I said, when you try to go back to it, it's very difficult to do it. That's why if you never read a book, or not say never, if you hadn't read a book since college and you've been out of college since 10 or 12 years, every now and then you pick up a magazine and read an article. This was me, by the way. You pick up a magazine and read an article or something like that. But when it comes to actually reading something that makes you think, you're like, okay, I don't get this. It's very uninteresting, and you put it down. Very easy to do. If this has been you before, you've done this before, hit that like button. Okay, let me know that I'm not by myself. That's all I want to know. Let me know if I'm not by myself. But what happens when you begin to do that on a daily and consistent basis, it becomes a whole lot more a part of you and easier to do when you begin to feed your mind. Okay, so mental malnutrition. I'm gonna give you a couple of examples, and I hope you can relate because I know I can. All right, one of the things people don't do because they don't know. People don't do because they don't know. Now, I'm gonna talk to you from a business standpoint or something like that. A lot of people, and of course, you know I'm a businessman, I market and stuff like that. One of the things that I notice a lot of people do, they're afraid to talk to people about the business opportunity. Or if you've noticed, a lot of times, depending on who you're talking to, it's very easy to sway a person away from what they say they believe in. Why? Because they have not educated themselves over what they're actually talking about. People don't do because they don't know. If you were to ask somebody, why don't you go talk to somebody about your business opportunity? Why don't you go talk to somebody? Why don't you share? And this is from if you were talking with a coach or somebody who's kind of help you grow your business. If you were to ask that question, a person might not say it, but because they don't feel they have enough education to actually inform somebody about their product. Prime example. How many of y'all have ever gotten into an argument before? By show of hands. Hit that little hand button down or a like or whatever. How many of y'all have ever gotten into an argument? I know I have. Now, when you're arguing, how quickly do you shut down the argument if you don't know what you're talking about? If somebody has proof that, if somebody shows you what they're talking about, a valid explanation, they actually prove you wrong, you shut down that conversation, don't you? A lot of times you switch the subject or you get off of that subject. Regardless, you don't want to be wrong, so you might try to end it on a point, something like that, but all the while, you know, you end that conversation knowing that you were not educated enough on what you were talking about. It's not that you didn't have a different point of view. A lot of times, depending on what you're talking about, you just wasn't educated enough on what you're talking about. Now, think about that in the reverse sense. How many of y'all have ever been into an argument where you know you're right? You absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, know you're right. A lot of times, unless you're just a passive person who like, look, I'm not gonna argue, but depending on who you talk about it, like if you're talking to your brother or your sister or somebody that you could debate with without things just getting really heated, and it's not a problem, you can tell that, but you will sit there and argue until you're hoarse because you know that you're right. And in fact, you will go to the lengths of actually proving it. If you had to pull out your phone or pull out the book and say, look right here, what does this say? So-and-so, so-and-so, because you had proof. People don't do because they don't know, but when you know, you're very confident in your bringing forth. Okay, mental malnutrition. People don't take the time to get the knowledge of the things that they're talking about. This is the reason why fear creeps up and stops a lot of people from doing from what they want to do because of lack of. the mental, that this lack of that reading, a lack of the education that they need to have in order to pursue whatever it is that they're trying to get toward. So if it's something that you're trying to do, whether it be business, personal, whatever, educate yourself. It's just like, it's still the beginning of the year and people are still going hard in the gym. Lots of people say, you know what, I'm gonna go get a new gym membership. This is gonna be my year. I'm gonna get thin, I'm gonna get skinny, so and so. I'm gonna get back in shape. And they walk into a gym without a game plan. They don't take the time to actually read a couple of magazines to look, hey, this exercise will actually target this. I'm trying to lose this fat right here, so let me figure out some exercise that get rid of this. I'm trying to get rid of this right here, this for a male. I'm trying to get rid of this extra flab, or I want my shoulders bigger. If they took the time to actually educate themselves and read up on articles, and there is a such thing called YouTube for those people that don't like to read, doesn't matter. I was one of those at one point. And there is a such thing as YouTube that still can educate you on what you need to do. But people tend to take the easy route. And what happens? They're easily influenced by what a lot of people just say, go do. Okay, Mr. Eric said, I told my church, starve my children, but don't starve my mind. That is exactly right. You have to dig into, you have to stop allowing your mind to be malnutrition. You have to feed it just like you do your body. Your mind is a part of your body. You have to feed it. I'm going to give you another example before I get ready to go. Now, a lot of people are stuck in old habits. And excuse me, like I said, I got a lot of mucus, y'all, forgive me. A lot of people are stuck in old habits. So one thing you've got to understand is that time changes things. And over time, things begin to change. Strategies change, tips and tactics, all that kind of stuff changes as you're pursuing new ways to grow your business, new ways to get in shape and all that kind of stuff. Every now, a couple of times a year, you'll see some new mechanism or gadget that helps you lose weight. Something that helps you tone them. They got this thing that you stand on it now and you just twist, and it's supposed to tone up all your midsection, help your obliques and all that kind of stuff. You stand on it and just twist. Years ago, they got this thing that Jane Fonda used to actually, who remember Jane Fonda? Yes, I was a kid then, but I still remember her. But this thing that was shaped like this with a ball in the middle and two little handles that went on the outside that you put between your thighs and you squeeze it together. I forgot what it was called, but it worked out your thighs. It works out your adductors, and I forgot what the other technical term for that those hip muscles and stuff like that was called. But it helped firm all of that, and your butt and your glutes and stuff like that. But now, if somebody came out with that, more than likely, not a lot of people wouldn't buy it now. But the times have changed. People are looking for the easy way of doing it. So, and it becomes very easy for a lot of people to get stuck in one way of doing things. So as you begin, a lot of people feel that it's easy. Hey, I can market my business by doing the same things a lot of people have been doing. Yes, if you're getting results, that's great. If you're not getting results, guess what? It's time to change something. You know me, I love giving examples. How many of y'all have ever had a conversation? And I have had several conversations. I would not call this person out because I would not get in trouble on here. But of course, he never sees my live. But someone that knows him does, and I'm not going to get in trouble for this. But on several occasions, how many of y'all have ever had a conversation with a older person, woman or man, someone that is of age, and you try to tell them something, and they say, no, do it like this. No, it works like this. No, you have to do it like this. It's like they have to have it their way. I'm talking about somebody that might be 50, 60, 70 that don't want to change. They're stuck in their old ways. And then all of a sudden when they can't get it, you be like, okay, you give it a try. I can't seem to turn it like this. I can't seem to do it like this. And then you do it easy. Be like, like, yeah, there are new ways to be able to do these things, but people are stuck in old ways of doing things. Guess what? There are several ways to market your business. I just gave you a different example about working out. There are several ways to be able to lose weight. Everybody's body is different. Me personally, I found the easiest way for me to lose weight, which is something I don't like to do, is running more often. I know I need to run. I don't really have a huge need to lift more weights. I'm very strong, but I know I need to run. My speed lacks, and that's one thing that helps me drop weight because I don't do a lot of it. And guess what? Being stuck in my own ways is what helped me get to the point where I am. But like I said earlier, when you hadn't done something a very long time, when you go back to it, a lot of times you quit because it's difficult. So that was something that I learned from when I had to begin running again. Okay, so, excuse me. If you're looking at different ways as you're marketing your business, and you're marketing, I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you're a car salesman. I don't care if you're marketing online, if you're marketing mattresses. I don't care if you're doing roofs. I don't care if you're a home, if you sell homes, if you're a realtor. If you're looking at old ways of marketing, you see you're not getting very many results, your ideal thoughts, because you're mentally malnutrition, you're not looking at different ways, you're not educating yourself on new ways to be able to market your business or whatever else, it may be time to educate yourself. It may be time to invest in some education. It may be time to learn some new techniques and some new strategies to help you get better results, because if you're not doing anything that someone else is not doing, okay, someone else may be getting out there. My guy Doug said roofs. Just came to mind, man. But if you're not doing anything different than the people out there that are getting very minimal results, guess what? You have to figure out, what can I do different that draws more attention, that makes me get more eyes, that help me get more product, more sales. Guess what? Because what you have to do is be able to provide value to people. Okay, it's not just going out there and saying, hey, buy my product, buy my service, buy this, and all of a sudden a lot of people are going to say, okay, I'm one, they don't know you. Okay, if you find a way to provide value to other people, when you provide value, that in turns converts into leads. When you build that relationship and you develop that relationship, those leads convert to what? Prospects. When you develop even more relationship with those prospects convert to what? Either recruits or sales. And once you develop and continue with those recruits and sales, what does that convert to? More of those, and possibly you got that in exchange for the value that you give, which means what? More of it will come in. So I give you an example. If I was a roofer, all right, perhaps I wanted to create a blog, an educational blog. I saw my guy put roofs on there. If I wanted to put an educational blog on the damages. See, this is what happens. People don't get roofs. And this is just for example, because I saw that. That's why I tell y'all, put in there what you're thinking. It just happened to come to mind. If someone didn't know, they didn't have an education about roofs, my ideal is my roof is fine, because all I do is look at my roof and say, all my shingles are on and my roofs are fine. But if a roofer actually got on top of the roof and they found soft spots, or they found different things missing, or they were able to see mold building, or anything of whatever roofers look for when they get up on top of the roof, perhaps you know of these things. They even got great programs, they do. But perhaps you know that. What if you created a blog that says or some kind of content, period, that talks about the dangers of not upkeeping roofs, or the dangers of having perhaps even the wrong roofers attend to your roof, or what happens when it rains if you're not plowing. You can even go as far as to talk about educating people about certain insurances to get to be able to cover certain roof repairs, or that when you speak of what to do in emergency cases of roof damage. See, there are several different topics that you can actually educate people on. And once people find out that you know what you're talking about, you become the go-to person to get those things done. You get what I'm saying? When you provide value, guess what? Now, not only are people, if you talk to somebody and somebody say, well, I'll think about it, I'll take a look. And perhaps you're like, hey, while you take a look, while you think about it, I actually have I have some information. I do a blog or whatever. I have some information you can check out where you can actually educate yourself on why you may need to look into repairing your roof. And perhaps somebody goes in there and they find a solution to what you were pointing out, and they see what you meant. And it's like, you know what? I need to get this done. Can you come back out to the house? When you educate people and provide value, they want to know what you have. It's not all about sales. It's the same thing with your online marketing. If you're marketing, this goes for the internet and anything else. If you're looking at old ways and you don't have ways to be able to grow your business using online, there are several ways. I have free training over at successwithlynda.com. You can find different training to be able to market and learn how to grow your business using, I don't care, whatever social media you're looking at. If you're looking at paid advertisement, which is very beneficial to a lot of people that have a few extra dollars. I see a lot of people see you have to have $5 to do paid advertisement. There's a young lady right there named Marinette Bill. She's a writer. I work with her a little bit, and I'll let her tell her own story, but I work with her a little bit on one paid ad, and I'll let her tell her story. Perhaps maybe she could do her own live later on and tell about the benefits of what she got, what she received. because she may tell good, she may tell bad. I don't know. I'm not going to tell her story for her, but I'm saying if she's still here, if you're still here, Mary, perhaps you could do that and just tell people if there is value in doing paid ad, and do you have to break the bank in order to do it? Me personally, I'm going to tell you no, but I want you to take it from somebody else. But successwithlinden.com, there are free trainings. I have a tab that says free training over there. Go to successwithlinden.com. Matter of fact, I will put the my banner in the comments after I'm done, so you know exactly where to go. Go to the free training section. Go to look at those trainings and figure out how you can use social media to be able to grow your business. Go to the ones if you're looking to master learning how to use YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, any of that stuff. If you're looking to master, there are actually tools and products under product. And if you like to work with me for me to help you to learn how to grow your business, there's a way for you to go over to work with Linden. All right. So be sure to meet me over there. If you've got any questions, what I want you to do, you can always DM me, but it goes directly to my mailbox. Go to successwithlinden.com, and on the right-hand side of that screen, you're going to see a box that says "Got Questions." Put your questions and your name and your information in there, and I will get back to you, and we can talk one-on-one. It'll be a free consultation, talk one-on-one, and how I can help you actually get some results and grow your business, be able to expand even more on what it is that you're doing. All right? So I hope you all got some great value out of this. People don't do because they don't know. They are mentally malnutrition. Okay? People are stuck in old habits. They don't want to get, you can argue with an old person all day, but they're stuck in their ways. And this is not to, that's why I put it, this is not to offend anybody. This is just to bring to light what a lot of people aren't seeing. So if you happen to be of age, I'm not saying this to be insulting, but I'm saying this based on my personal experience. A lot of older people are kind of stuck in older habits, and it's time for you to start looking at different ways to be able to market and grow your business and brand you. All right. So if you got some value, give me some thumbs up, some hearts, some likes, all that good stuff, all that great stuff. And once again, like I said, if you got value, only if you got value from this, from Mental Malnutrition, this live, hit that share button down at the bottom part of your screen right now. Share this out so some other folks can get it. And you all have a blessed and wonderful day. I look forward to meeting you all over at successwithlinden.com. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Thank you for hopping on with me. Thank you for the comments. I'll still be responding even afterwards. And if you've got any questions, be sure to reach out to me. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow for Tips at 2 with Linden. All right? Boom.